84%. That's the number of B2B buyers who already picked their vendor before they even talk to a salesperson. 84. That means by the time they pick up the phone, they have already decided. And if it wasn't you, you lost before you even started. Hey human, welcome back to my universe. If you're new here, this is the corner where an Argentino kid who lived in 7 countries tries to turn all that chaos into something useful for your life and your career. Today I'm going to show you the exact same system that I used to close over $7 million in sales across 7 countries. And it has nothing to do with scripts, no calls, or like always be closing bullshit. It has to do with hotels. Let me explain. So real quick, who I am and why you should care. My name is Ivan. As I said, I'm originally from Argentina, or Argentina. And I lived in Germany, UK, China, Netherlands, Dominican Republic. Did I say Ireland? I sold software, consulting, and services to companies in all those markets. 7 million across 7 countries. Not because I'm some sales genius, but because I built a system. And that system didn't come from a sales book or a LinkedIn guru. It came from growing up watching my family work. My parents have spent over 30 years in the MICE industry, which means meetings, incentives, conferences, and events. They basically design incentive strategies for large enterprises. Travel, experiences, recognition programs. The kind of work that if you mess it up, you don't just lose a client. You lose a relationship that took you years to build. And what I learned watching them, desde chico, is something most salespeople never figure out. Trust is not something you build during the sale. Trust is something that was already there or just isn't. The 84% stat proves it. Buyers are doing their homework. They're reading your content, they're checking your LinkedIn out, they're asking people about you, even before they get on a call with you. So the question here is, how do I close more deals? The question is, was I even part of the conversation before this call happened? Look, this is what the typical sales playbook tells you. Wait for the lead to come in, get on a call, follow up once or twice, and then move on. Only 2% of sales close on the first contact. 2%. And yet most reps treat every interaction like it should be the one that closes everything. Now, think about what happens in a great hotel. When you walk into a hotel that actually gets it, nobody sells you anything. Nobody pitches you. They welcome you. They make you feel like you just arrived exactly where you're supposed to be. Meyer, the guy behind Shake Shack and Union Square Hospitality Group, wrote something that actually changed how I think about sales. Hospitality is present when something happens for you, and it's absent when something happens to you. For you, not to you. You can rewind that for a second. Most sales processes happen to the buyer. They call email, they're just checking in, the demo they didn't even ask for. It's all happening to them. But when you flip it, when every single touch point is designed to make the buyer feel seen, understood, like they are in the right place, that's when that 84 works in your favor, because you were already part of their world before the call. And this doesn't mean being passive, and this also doesn't mean just post content and then hope. It means being present, showing up consistently in the places your buyers are already doing the research. LinkedIn, newsletters, communities, referrals. And not to pitch, but to be useful. I would say presence over persuasion, and that's the first shift. Now, let's talk about follow-up, because this is where most salespeople fall apart. 80% of deals need 5 or more follow-ups to close. 80%. But 92% of salespeople give after the 4th. The data says you need 5, and almost everyone quits at 4. That gap is where the real money is. But also the answer isn't just follow up more, because again, most follow-ups feel like harassment. Just checking in, circling back, bumping this to the top of your inbox. So let me tell you a story. When I was a kid, I had the privilege to travel a lot because of my family working in this MICE industry, right? And at one of these hotels, and I don't remember which one, they gave me this small towel with my name embroidered on it. I don't remember who handed it to me. I was probably too young to even understand the gesture. But I still have the towel decades later. The towel outlasted the transaction. It outlasted the hotel's name in my memory. And the part that nobody realizes about this, it wasn't a person, but it was a system. The hotel had a process where guests got like personalized touches. It didn't depend on one rockstar concierge having a great day. It was just simply built into how they operated. That's what a hospitality grade follow-up looks like. It's systematic and not just accidental and sporadic. It's personal, but it doesn't require you to remember everything. You build a system and that system creates the moments. Your CRM should be doing this. Your email sequences should be doing this. Your content calendar should be doing this. Not just checking in, creating moments that make people feel like they are at the right hotel. And this brings me to the most underused revenue channel in any business. Dead leads. Most companies have hundreds, sometimes even thousands of leads that they just wrote off in their CRM. Not interested, or went silent, or the timing wasn't right. They're normal. But the truth is, most didn't say no, they just said not now. And not now has an expiration date. Their boss changes, their problem just got worse. And when that happens, the first person they think about is the one that remained present without being annoying. So check this out. A simple 3-message reactivation sequence that I use to bring deals back from the dead. Message 1, the value drop. No pitch, just send them something useful like an article or a framework or a case study, something that is relevant to their world. And the subject line should be something like, oh, thought of you when I saw this. Something human, short, no ask. Message 2, the honest check-in, a week later. Hey, I know the timing wasn't right the last time we talked. Just curious, is the problem that you talked still relevant, or has the world changed for you? I think that's direct and respectful, and it gives them a way out. Message 3, the door closer, 2 weeks later. I don't want to be cluttering your inbox. If this isn't relevant anymore, just say the word and I'll stop reaching out. But if it is, I would love to pick up where we left off. I think that's clean, it's classy, that's it. 3 messages, no more tricks. And I've seen this method bring back deals that were 6 months cold. Because the key is the same. It happens for them and not to them. Every message gives them value or gives them control. That's hospitality and that's the system. So if you're watching this and thinking, okay, but where do I start? I built a free diagnostic called The Compass. It walks you through the 5 checkpoints of your commercial system. Your offer clarity, your funnel, your outreach, your follow-up, and your retention. It takes 15 minutes and it shows you exactly where you're leaking. The link is in the description and it's completely free, there's no catch in this. And if you want the deeper breakdown of everything that I talked about today, I wrote a full newsletter issue on this. It's called The Lobby. The link is also in the description below. If this hits you, subscribe. Just leave a comment and tell me what your biggest follow-up challenge is. And if you know someone that needs to hear this, send it to them. So human, maybe we'll be until next week where I'll welcome you back to my universe. Thank you for spending some time with me here. And if you're gonna follow up, do it at least 5 times. Seriously. Bye.